Hey, this is ASpengler, and this is episode 18 of building Itter Castle in Lego. So far we've got just about the main entrance and the walls around the courtyard done. Plus basically all the surrounding terrain is pretty much done, except if I were to add a few more plants or trees. So basically all that needs to be done is the actual castle. But before we get into that, earlier this week I've been doing lots of decaling. So you see right here, so I got 20 new figures. Start out right here. We've got the regular German infantry. There's 5 more of those guys. They're the regular ones, so nothing super special. Plus these 5 more American infantry. Again, these are the regular ones I have, so not super special. Next is one that I have not done before, so these guys are a little bit more special. They are the French World War II infantry. So I made these guys like normally I probably wouldn't have made one of the size that wasn't quite as influential, but since I'm doing building Itter Castle, there were French prisoners, so I guess these guys will represent the French prisoners in my mock, so that's why I made those guys. And the final 5 were the Stalingrad Russian infantry, or just Russian infantry. So I have made like 10 Russian figures before, but this is a different design, so just building up the Russian forces. Those won't be in the mock, or yeah, so just maybe future Russian mock, building up my Russian forces. So those are the 20 decaled figures, plus right here I got a Brick Mania order. I was renewing my veteran membership with them, and so I didn't get the veteran membership patch or anything yet, but they got a cool new their little magazine for December, a holiday one. So that's cool. Plus I got a bunch more decals. They had their buy one get one free on the Battle of the Bulge, so I got some more German ones since I just used up the last of mine, and then just a bunch of these Panzer crewmen. While decaling, I tried out some of these like pretty advanced ones, and they are pretty difficult. I ended up giving up, but I think I was doing it wrong, so I'll try again. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to try again since I have like 8 of these now, so eventually, at least out of like all of those 8, maybe I'll get like two good ones out of that. I also have a ton of these already, and a ton of these, so hopefully some of those turn out well. Not super enthusiastic about doing those. Those are pretty difficult. So also in this order I got, since the last order from Brickmania, I got the Soviet Star and the American Star. This one I got the German crosses. I got like 10 of those. Got some more US vests, barrel, since I used my other one in my German armored car. Then I got 5 more German helmets and 5 more American helmets. And then I was gonna get like 4 of these, but I think I forgot to update the quantity, so I only got 1 M1919. And then really cool thing is the overmolded STG 44. Been wanting to get one of these. I want just like the regular one to come out, but that hasn't happened yet, so I at least picked up one of these since they're pretty cool. I try not to get too many of those, or the overmolded ones in general, since they're so expensive. You'll see me get more of them if I can get them for nice price, but that one wasn't really discounted at all. But usually those ones sell out pretty fast, so that's why I got it. But as far as this segment, we're gonna be working on the castle, and I think I'm gonna be starting in this little area. So to keep the segment short, I'm just gonna stop talking and go ahead and get working right here. So I'll go ahead and get building. Guys, the progress. So you saw in the time lapses, I started building this kind of front section, and I left out the time lapse at about here. That's just because this area here started getting a little bit more complicated. So it was more just like building, sometimes taking that apart, doing a new design. So it wasn't as basic as just wall building, so it wasn't as good of time-lapse material since I wasn't always working and most of the time taking apart something and experimenting with a lot of different things. So it wasn't really good for time-lapsing. That's why I stopped the time-lapses after about past this point, and then I started working on these are going to be frames for I think they're windows. That's what it looks like. So I was experimenting with a lot of stuff, and I think I ended up just gonna do something like this and then put like a glass on the back. But that's that so far. I just wanted to quick show you guys just before I got too far ahead of those time lapses, because hopefully I can get some more time lapses in once I know more of what I'm doing. As far as a segment, I think I might just get this front area done. There is an area that goes behind this that I didn't get to, and there's another area that goes here, but they're like different sections. So there's like this one, there's this different bit here, and then there's the somewhat main thing right behind both of these. So I'll at least try to finish up this one. I don't know if I'll get much farther than that, but at least try to finish this one up. There's second windows here. Maybe I'll start on the back then. At least get it up to the same level. Otherwise I might start on here. But I think for the next story of windows, I think I need to build the back. I don't know. And other things I'm thinking about is maybe making it so it's removable. I wish I had done that for this. That would just make it way easier for transportation. I might go back and make this so it's removable, but so far it's not. I tried to make the platform removable, but that didn't really work out since I kept building, and now it's stuck in there pretty well. But yeah, I might make this one just not removable, but I think I'm planning on making the very main keep removable, but that's just gonna involve a lot more extra plates, building plates that I don't have right now, because I used most of them on this, so this is removable. But we'll see. I'll try to get certain parts removable. That will just make it easier for transportation and such. But to keep the segment short, I'll just stop talking and then go ahead and keep building, see how far I can get. So go ahead and keep building. Last bit, I actually got a lot more work done than I had expected to do. I was expecting that I would get done. First, I went ahead and for the most part finished up this top area. You saw a little bit in the time lapse, but most of the work I did on this, it's not the work you do like building a wall, so I didn't get as much time lapse for that, just because it's not as easy of a time lapse, because most of the time I was over next to all my drawers with pieces doing that. So, oh, and also there's this basic frame here, but then I have the more of the arch underneath. You can kind of see I replaced it with white. Before on the bottom I had it light gray, but now looking closer at the pictures, they're more whitish. So, keeps focusing on that tree back there. We'll just look behind, there you can see it. So basically, the lining on the inside I changed to white. And that's basically the frame, but I only had enough pieces to make one of them on the top, that one right there, but these last two frames don't have anything in there. Those won't be too hard to just go back later and put those in, so it's not that big of a deal. So I went and did that, but then for some more support, as you saw, I got some good time lapses on these back parts. I went ahead and started building the more inner wall that's there. And if you noticed on the more inner walls, I'm trying to do a more like neat, as you saw on the bridge. I'll just go back. The bridge is kind of the most messy like masonry work. On the outside of the castle it gets a little bit better, but then towards the inside and like the main keep and the inner castle, it's gonna get a lot nicer, just to show kind of how each spot bears the elements, but also how they would have kept the inside a little bit cleaner, more upkeep, maintenance on it. So that's why it's going to look slightly different in each area. So I stopped right here just because, and so I just went ahead, worked on that. I don't know if there's a door there, but it seems weird if it would just be one big wall, so I just think they probably have a door or something there, so that's why I put the door in. Again, I only have pictures basically just of this view, like a little bit of the bridge, the main entrance, and then the main keep, this side of it. So anything that's hidden, I'm just kind of gonna guess at it, do my best to build up that. But if you're looking at if you've seen the pictures, like just looking at this right here, I'm recognizing you can really recognize this, and like that's Itter Castle. I basically just need that main defining feature, which is the actual keep, which will be right in the middle. So, but just looking at this, it's really looking like Itter Castle. So I think I did pretty well on this. Again, I'll try to put some like Lego glass on the inside I don't think they're just plain open windows. So a good amount of work done. Again, I didn't get anything on the inside done there. It's basically just two walls, but there will be a wall behind here. It won't be a detailed wall, it'll probably just be a bunch of light gray bricks on the back there that will be right up against the keep. Just because no one will see it, I won't add as much detail so I can save those more detailed bricks. As far as there's another section that goes here, that's why this doesn't extend all the way with just this pattern. There's a different sort of design on the little building part here, so that's why I didn't extend it. I didn't get to this part yet. I'll probably start working the next time I get working. I'll make that back foundational wall and then work on this area, and then this does go, it goes even higher, so it's gonna be a pretty tall castle. Again, just looking at this one will probably go at least this much taller, and then the main keep is gonna be pretty tall, like what up there, so it's gonna be a pretty big castle, but I think it's looking pretty good so far. I'll put that front wall back so you can get another good view of it. So it's starting to look like Itter Castle, like in the pictures. Hope I'm getting the pictures as good, but just that main first building is starting to really look like the castle, so that's nice. To end this segment out, I have a big announcement. I am going to be going to Europe for the next 3 weeks, around 3 weeks, so I won't be able to post any videos for the next 3 weeks, so that's going to be sad. Won't be able to work on the castle anymore for another 3 weeks, so that's a really big announcement for you guys if you're listening here. Just got to tell you that I'm not going to be here for 3 weeks. If you follow my Instagram at ASpengler channel, I'll try to post some pictures of the trip. It's a school trip, so first we'll be doing a lot of like World War II sightseeing stuff, and then the second part is just basically touring Berlin for like a week. So I'll try to post some World War II content on my Instagram. If you follow that, again, it's ASpengler channel. So that's gonna be sad not be able to keep working. I was really excited. That's why I put that. I couldn't leave just this little wall, so that's why I went ahead and built that back wall, or the inside wall. I just had to keep working on it, but running out of time for the segment, so ending it out. Again, remember, I'm gonna be gone for about 3 weeks, so but I won't. It's gonna be hard waiting to finish this castle up, but just looking at it now, it's getting pretty close to being done. Well, maybe not super close, but you can decently see the end in sight. So with that, gonna end it off. If you guys like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Shout outs really help the channel, and thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Again, it will be about 3 weeks from now, so thank you guys for watching.